Hi there, this is Kelly with the Broaddus Properties Group, brokered by EXP, powered by Place. Wanted to chat a little bit today about being a seller or being a buyer. And buyers, I want you to stay tuned because my next video is going to be for you. Anyway, today I'm going to talk to the sellers out there, my sellers out there. Wanted to chat a little bit about what's going on. You may have noticed that things have been going a little bit slower than they were a couple years ago. But one of the reasons that is that there is 60% more inventory this year than there was last year. That's a lot of inventory. So what that means is that our buyer pool is heavily diluted. We have a lot of buyers that are nervous about why is there so many houses on the market. Interest rates, when in reality interest rates are probably where they need to be, and they traditionally they're where they were when things were healthy. So the 2%, 3% interest rate really wasn't a healthy interest rate, even though we all kind of liked it. So the reason why the inventory is so high is because all the folks that were hanging on for dear life to those amazing interest rates, they just decided time to let it go. Time to let it go. We have to go on with our life. We need a bigger house. We need a smaller house. We need a house without stairs. Whatever it is, we're moving out of state. All those things, and it became time to move on. So that is kind of what is happening now. And that's why our inventory is so high. Some areas in town, they do better than other areas. So the houses still get, 2-3 offers on them. But most of the time, it's negotiation. I did want to talk about one other thing for sellers. After COVID, when we had I want to call it the COVID bump, when prices just went crazy and all of us realized incredible gains on the value of our homes. If you didn't sell at that time, you didn't really make any money. You can't really say, well, I made all this money on my house. You only make the money if you sell the house and make the money. That's when it happens. So most of us really, it was kind of a head fake in a way. It wasn't real. Not to say that prices should go back to what they were pre-COVID. I'm not saying that at all, because they're not going to. But they have sort of softened a little bit. If you're needing to sell, don't hang on so tight to what your house was worth maybe 2 years ago. You still have done extremely well. And don't be afraid to lower your price, and try not to hang on to that pre-COVID price jump so tightly. Just a friendly encouragement. I own a house too. I have the same challenges. I'm not trying to sell my house, but you still think about it. Well, should I have sold whenever things were really high, But those are things we just can't really predict. Offer something to encourage the deal along, and don't be afraid that by lowering your price that you look desperate or you look too anxious, because you know what? Everybody's lowering their prices right now. Everybody's doing, slow staged lowering of prices, and no one is thinking that you look desperate. They just think you want to sell your house. If you wouldn't have it on the market if you didn't want to sell it. So those are my thoughts. In my next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the gold standard of real estate, which is the Case-Shiller report. I want to chat about that a little bit. So stay tuned to our next video. This is Kelly with the Broaddus Properties Group, brokered by EXP, powered by Place, and we'll see you next time.